What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report right here at Cardinale Stadium on a Tuesday, as per usual. Andrew, how's it going today?
Good. I'm trying hard not to get blown away. We're kind of breezy out here today.
Yeah, I'm going to put my foot on the tripod, actually, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So want to start off just with a little Sirens talk segment. We did get the privilege to come out here yesterday for Sirens Media Day. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was a fantastic opportunity. The Sirens have kind of a transitory team, if you will. A lot of the players play college ball as well, so their time here is dependent upon their college schedule. So you've got players kind of coming and going. And yesterday and this week coming up is kind of when the most or all of the players are all at one place at one time. So you got to see the whole squad. We got to chat with a lot of them, see them do a scrimmage. They're already flowing, even though they're mixing in players as they're going along, and it was really exciting to see.
Yeah, definitely. I had such a good time. It was like, who do you want to talk to? Here's some players, and they're really ramping up for the big doubleheader this Saturday. It's going to be ladies at 3 and the men at 7. Yeah. And man, I'm so pumped. We got to talk with Cynthia Ramirez, Luz Arriaga. We talked to Bree Castleberry. We talked to Cameron Patton. There was just players everywhere, and they're just such nice young ladies, really willing to talk, and just so excited for the doubleheader. I can't say enough about the vibe that the Sirens bring to Cardinale Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. They are an excellent complement with the men's team. It's really awesome to have 2 squads here this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really a luxury, honestly, if you're like, oh man, there's days when the men's team is away, and typically I'd watch the men's team on ESPN Plus or Golazo Network, whatever it was. But it so happened last time the ladies played on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. So that was a nice Sunday afternoon match. And then before that, actually, the men played on a Friday, and the Sirens had Cardinale on a Saturday all to themselves. So loving whoever's doing this scheduling. And then, of course, can't mention it enough, doubleheader this Saturday. So yeah, super excited. And from what we saw yesterday on the pitch, I'm obviously all the teams in USLW are probably at full squads now. Yep. Just because of the nature of the league. It's a pre-professional league, so you have colleges that are ending and then players that are just arriving right now. And so, one of the things that I think is really cool is, like you said, this is a pre-professional league, but most of these players are either in college now or recently out of college. Mm-hmm. And they're not just here to work out, get a good Saturday workout. And a lot of them, I would say the majority of the players are literally here because they're looking to build on something to continue a professional career. And this is going to be hopefully a stepping stone for that. So that kind of gives, I think, a good idea of the quality of play and just the passion behind so many of the players. This is not like a Sunday rec league at all. No, being a baseball guy coming up, this would be what we would call in baseball a showcase kind of thing, where they're out here, they're not going to be dogging it. They know that people are watching these, not only here in NWSL, USL Gainsbridge Super League, but in professional leagues in Europe and Mexico. Actually, spoiler alert, we talked to Cynthia Ramirez yesterday, who was actually just on trial with a team that you guys will know when we put that interview out there. Trust me, it's a big name. So they're out here just to give it all to move on to the next level, which is a full professional contract. Yeah. So it's going to be great. And we're taking on Oakland Soul. And they are a good squad as well.
Yeah. And I think another really cool component is there's players on the Sirens that are from all over the country, but there's also quite a few players that are local. Mm-hmm. So you get to see that local talent, these local young ladies trying to make their dreams come true. And then you've got folks from, Texas. And I think we have some folks even from I want to say Kentucky. Yeah. that are here, and it's just a really cool blend. It's kind of like a different but similar example to MBFC that has players right now from, I think, over 10 different countries represented.
Right. Exactly. So make sure you guys come out and support. I mean, it's going to be, if you get a men's ticket, you automatically get a women's ticket.
Yeah.
It's a 2 for 1, buy one, get one free kind of situation. And we really want to show these young ladies the support that Monterey Bay can muster. And I know that's outstanding support. I saw it at the home opener for the Sirens. Even last week, the men's game against Birmingham was, I felt like the energy was up, and that's what we need to bring for both games on Saturday. So.
Yeah, both games, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of good food here. I'm sure that the activities they have will be available for both, and don't get a lot of opportunity in soccer to do a doubleheader, so should be a unique time.
Absolutely. And so want to kind of jump back over to the men's side of things. Obviously, we kind of talked a little bit for a moment there. We had Birmingham Legion in here last Saturday. Andrew Martin, take it away with the stats.
Yeah, so MBFC came away with a 2-0 win, our first league win of the year. It felt oh so good.
Yes.
When that final whistle blew, the lights were flashing, the crowd was on its feet. Just fantastic. We had... of our 2 goals, we had the first one was by, why am I blanking? Who was the first one by?
Riley Boudoir.
Riley Boudoir, yes. And then the second was Lalo Blancas. Just both really nifty goals. We saw some different tactics being employed. Amari Glasgow, who's usually playing at a midfield or striker position, was deployed as kind of like a false 3, playing a right back position, but he was kind of running up the field, and he was doing double duty hardcore, and really helped set the tone. And then you had another great storyline. Our goalkeeper, Fernando Delgado, who played for Birmingham the previous 2 years, had a clean sheet. I'm sure he was like fist pumping afterwards on that. Like, sure. Just, it was an overall really good performance. I think that the team also impressively made adjustments when we went into the halftime. It was 0-0. Chris Kevin Nagy was playing really well at the midfield, but Coach Cavello switched him out for Sebastian Leggett, and I think Sebastian kind of brought some connection together, if you will. That really helped, and he assisted on Riley's goal. But that adjustment, bringing in Sebastian and kind of providing that veteran leadership and connecting the different parts of the field, I thought was instrumental in coming away with that 2-0 victory.
Yeah, I want to kind of jump back to your first point, which I can't say enough about the move to put Amari Glasgow back and then pivot the back line as needed, whichever side that the ball was going to, with Joel Garcia on one side and then Glasgow on the other. And it looked like from what I was seeing was they were kind of pushing to keep the pivot on Glasgow's side. You saw quite a bit early on coming up this near sideline or touch line here, and just everything was going through Glasgow. And I feel like it took a half, but if I'm not mistaken, both of those goals that ended up were kind of a result of them, hey, we're going to keep moving. And then all of a sudden, second half, Glasgow's on the far side, and both of those goals started on the near side. So they were kind of, hey, Birmingham said, hey, we need to allocate some resources over here. And then poof, we come in from over here and Golasso. So I thought that was just literally a stroke of genius. And when we have so many strikers, so many offensive midfielders that are attacking types, how do you get all those guys into the lineup? Well, now we know you can put Amari Glasgow on the back line, and that guy just absolutely cooked. So
yeah, and I also want to go back to Sebastian Leggett's assist. I thought that was one of the prettiest assists I've seen in a while. So he got the ball to the side of the Birmingham net deep enough where he couldn't have shot. There was no angle for him. And instead of just, recycling the ball back or making like a split-second kick, he kind of waited, I felt, like a split second until Blancas flashed in the middle, and he just dipped it in there to him, and he, right in the back of the net. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, you could see the quality.
Yeah.
You could kind of tell like, hey, this guy's been in these situations before, because yeah, he's kind of going down, and I'm like, man, he's got like 3 feet left. There's no way he can shoot, and then he just picks the head up, puts it back down, puts a boot to the ball, and there it is, goal. So
that's what they call field vision.
yeah, exactly. And so just super pumped about that. And then that goal for Riley Boudoir, man, I was so happy for him, just because I was like, man, he was almost getting like overshadowed, because Chris Kevin Nagy was kind of playing right behind him, and he would continue to have some like overlaps there, and then but he got his chance, and when his chance came, he did not disappoint. And so excellent all around. I felt like we talked about, the tale of two halves, and we finally got 90 minutes of Covello ball, and
there was literally no one on the team that played where you could be like, well, like it was okay for them, but we could have, everyone played like well above average.
Yeah.
Above average.
And we can say with complete confidence, like we've been out here for training for over 2 years now, every Tuesday. Like we see these guys on the training pitch, and what Covello has them doing. I mean, I literally said this intensity is on a 1 to 10 is at like a 15. Yeah. I mean, it's insane how intense the practices are, and I think that translates onto the pitch. You know what I mean? And you keep that intensity up, and it shows.
So do you feel conflicted at all about the Saturday match, since we're hosting Loudoun United, who has a certain James Murphy?
I know. The sheriff of the midfield, Papa Murph, Murphy's Law. He's coming back. Oh man, we love you, Murph. You're always gonna be number one around here, but I hope we send you away with no points. It's tough.
But handshakes and heartfelt appreciation.
A couple high fives, man. No, not conflicted at all. I want to see the Crisp and Kelp start hitting their stride. You know what I mean? Yeah. Really start to allow. I mean, everything that we saw in the Birmingham game, I want that to continue.
Absolutely.
I feel like Covello is starting to be able to do what he wants to do. He's had some time now. We've seen these practices. It's insane intensity, and he's a methodology guy. And I'm not going to say, hey, that kind of stuff, you don't just change methodology overnight, but I can see a difference on the pitch Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm just encouraged by that, man.
Yeah. And at a minimum, they're really fun to watch.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like, thinking back over the years, it's never been a particularly attractive brand of football until I feel like this Saturday. I was like, man.
And even moments in the past with Covello, I feel like the first few matches, there were definitely some flashes where it's like, whoa, this is like pretty fun. The first half against Boise, for instance. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I think that, we're all about the sustainability of the club here at the Union Report. We've said it a trillion times. And I think playing an attractive brand of football is something that, even for casual fans, they're like, I kind of like this, right. It's not like boring and mundane. It's like, it's high energy and exciting. And so just super pumped for that, man. I think that, Loudoun this Saturday. I think we're gonna get 3 more points, man.
Yeah, I mean Loudoun, they have in my opinion, a fairly similar team to Birmingham, and Loudoun has had kind of an unlucky year. I think they have 6 draws already, but they only have 1 win. Don't have like an overpowering offense, but they can pass well. They have a good, decent defense. So I'd love to see us repeat what we did against Birmingham here. It would be a great way to start like a new trend.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on, drinking like 6 pots of coffee in the basement before I come here since I'm going to have 2 matches to cheer for.
Yeah.
So,
got to have like a little extra in the reserve tank for sure. So, I mean, can't say enough about, having a double header here at Cardinale Stadium. I think that's just so exciting. I think it's just a real treat to be able to have a Saturday afternoon. It's summer now for most of these kids. I think Monterey Peninsula Unified still has a week or 2, but I mean, at this point, they're all probably basically phoning it in anyways. So come on out here and
it's not just supporting like soccer; it's like literally supporting the community because this is a large entity in our 831 community. So we really can't say enough. Contact Monterey Bay FC's ticket office. Go online, but you have that opportunity and availability to get the 2-for-1 tickets for this upcoming weekend and see 2 different, unique, but ultimately like entertaining brands of soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's supporting the community. I know the club puts out a lot of content when they go visit schools and players visit schools, but literally, like, basically every Tuesday they have field trips from different schools right here in the stadium that no one ever knows about unless you happen to be like filming a podcast here every Tuesday. And they have big, medium, and small groups of kids, and every person from, the tickets, the administration, the players, everyone, they do a presentation to these kids, and that's something that is investing in the next generation of this club, or maybe even clubs that aren't in Monterey Bay but careers in professional sports. And so come out, make sure to go crazy for the Sirens. They are gonna be amazing. And then stay around. Men's team 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I think that's about a wrap, man.
All right.
So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. A little analysis. Wait, pop quiz. What was our possession percentage for that Birmingham match?
So it was a tale of 2 halves, which is not a big surprise. First half, Monterey Bay, I believe, had 72% possession, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the game, it had dropped into the mid-50s, I believe. But that's because of the adjustments being made. Birmingham was obviously trying to do some different things, and it also kind of reflected, I think, shifts that Coach Cavella was doing as well. So, but we're playing that brand of ball that he wants. That so famously, he likes possession-based. Mm-hmm. He likes diversity on the pitch, and he's an adjustment tactical guru, if you will.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for taking the time to join us for the Union Report and Sirens Talk, and we will see you guys next time.